साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
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 मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
शांति दो भगवान।
मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
शांति दो भगवान।
मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ है।
जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ।
मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ है। साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
मेरे साई मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
मेरे बाबा मेरे प्राणनाथ राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
तेरे द्वार पे मैं आऊं मुझे शांति दो भगवान।
पे मैं
मुझे शांति दो भगवान, मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ हे। मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ हे। मेरे जीवन में साथ रहो साईनाथ हे। साई राम साई श्याम मेरे साई राम।
दत्तात्रेय सद्गुरुदेवा, सेवा
गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं 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 भज मूढमते गोविन्दं भज गोविन्दं भज मूढमते सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते काले सम्प्राप्ते सन्निहिते नखि नखि रक्षति दुःखकरणे गोविन्दं भज मूढमते पुनरपि जननं पुनरपि मरणं पुनरपि जननी जठरे शयनं गोविन्दं भज मूढमते गोविन्दं भज मूढमते इह संसारे बहु दुःखारे कृपया पारे पाहि मुरारे गोविन्दं भज मूढमते गोविन्दं भज मूढमते
ईश्वराम्बा सुतः श्रीमन् पूर्वा सन्ध्या प्रवर्तते उत्तिष्ठ सत्यसाईश कर्तव्यं दैवमानिकम् उत्तिष्ठोत्तिष्ठ पर्तीश उत्तिष्ठ जगदीपते उत्तिष्ठ करुणापूर्ण लोकमङ्गल सिद्धये
चित्रावते तटविशाल सुशान्तसौदे तिष्ठन्ति सेवकजना स्तव दर्शनार्थम् आदित्यकान्तिरनुपादे समस्तलोकान् श्री सत्यसाई भगवन् तव सुप्रभातम् त्वन्नामकीर्तनरतास्तव दिव्यनामा गायन्ति भक्तिरसपान प्रहृष्टचित्ताः दातुं कृपा सहितदर्शनमाशुदेभ्यः श्री सत्यसाई भगवन् तव सुप्रभातम्
आदाय दिव्यकुसुमानि मनोहराणि श्रीपादपूजनविधिं भवदन्ध्रिमूले कर्तुं महोत्सुकतया प्रविशन्ति भक्ताः श्री सत्यसाई भगवन् तव सुप्रभातम् देशान्तरागतबुधात्सव दिव्यमूर्तिम् सन्दर्शनाभिरतिसंयुत चित्तवृत्त्या वेदोक्तमन्त्रपठनेन लसन्त्यजस्रम् श्री सत्यसाई भगवन् तव सुप्रभातम्
श्रुत्वा धवाद्भुतचरित्रमखण्डकीर्तिम् व्याप्तान्तिकन्दरविशाल धरातलेऽस्मिन् जिज्ञासुलोक उपतिष्ठति चाश्रमेऽस्मिन् श्री सत्यसाई भगवन् तव सुप्रभातम् सीता सती समविसुत्त हृतं भुजाता बह्वं घनाकरगृहीत सुपुष्पहारा स्तुन्वन्धिदिव्यनुदिविप्पनिभूषणं त्वा श्री सत्यसाई भगवन् तव सुप्रभातम्।
सुप्रभातमिदं पुण्यं ये पठन्ति दिने दिने ते विशन्ति परं धाम ज्ञानविज्ञानशोभिता मङ्गलं गुरुदेवाय मङ्गलं ज्ञानदायिने मङ्गलं पर्तिवासाय मङ्गलं सत्यसायिने।
Ishwaramba's resplendent sun, it's the start of a bright new day. Time to rise, time to shine, Lord divine. Time to lead us along life's way. Awake, Lord of Puttaparthi. Awake, O Lord, over all mankind. Awake, O Lord of compassion, that the world good fortune may find. On Chitravati's peaceful shore stands our heart's own mission. We yearn to serve you and are longing for your darshan. Morning's begun and o'er the world spreads the radiant sun. Shri Satya Sai Bhagavan, may your glory now dawn. We love to sing your sweet name with blissful emotion. We taste the sweet nectar that comes of true devotion. Come shower drops of blessings on us, we pray, gracious one. Shri Satya Sai Bhagavan, may your glory now dawn.
We've brought to you colorful flowers, fragrance so sweet. Our dear Guru, our object now is to worship your feet. Your devotees are gathered into the place where we meet. Shri Sathya Sai Bhagavan. May your glory now dawn among the seekers of the world. Knowledge that you're here grew from far and near. People are coming who long to see you. They are reciting Vedic mantras, knowing their value. Shri Sathya Sai Bhagavan. May your glory now dawn.
Throughout the earth, people of worth are learning of your fame. They know your glory and the sweet story of why you came. Seekers of truth from every land now are singing your name. Shri Sathya Sai Bhagavan. May your glory now dawn. Women demure as Mother Sita now sing in rapture. Like lotus blooms drawn to the light, their hearts are soft and pure. With garlands of sweet flowers, they will adorn your picture. Shri Sathya Sai Bhagavan. May your glory now dawn. Whoever sings this waking chant sings it faithfully every day. Great peace to you the Lord will grant, and the wisdom for which we pray. O auspicious divine teacher, O auspicious all-seeing eye, O auspicious Lord of Bharti, O auspicious Shri Sathya Sai.
We begin our light meditation now by gazing at the flame before us for some time. Then, slowly closing the eyes, visualize that flame within you between your eyebrows. Lower that flame down into your heart space. Letting it land gently upon the lotus flower within your heart. And allow that flower to bloom petal by petal, as the light begins to settle within it. Feel the warm radiance of love from this light within your heart. And begin to travel this light into our lower limbs, through our abdomen and our legs, to our feet, with this light of love within us. May we always walk the path of truth. And we continue to extend this light into our upper body, through our arms, hands and fingers, with this light of love within us. May we serve others with compassion. And as this light ascends through our neck and into our head space, we allow it to fill our eyes and our ears, nose, mouth, and our mind. with divine radiance. May we see with love. May we hear with love. May we speak with love. And may we nourish this being with loving thoughts. Experience God's love in your body, in your mind, in all parts of yourself. Let us begin to expand that love to our surroundings. To the building that you're in. The neighborhood. The city. Continue expanding. Letting this light fall upon everyone that you know. Until all of Mother Earth is embraced by this divine light. Feel the warmth of this divine love. Continue expanding this love and light into all of creation. There is only light. You may adore any form now by visualizing that form in this all-pervasive light. For light is God. And God is light. Bring your awareness slowly back to your heart space. And spend a few moments in gratitude. To your highest self. To our true Guru, to beloved Sathya Sai Baba, whatever form we adore is always in that flame, in that light that forever lives within our heart. And may we call upon this light and this love in all our thoughts, words, and actions. So that we may love all and serve all. Jai Sai Ram.
ॐ श्री भगवान् सत्य साई बाबाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सत्य स्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सत्य धर्मपरायणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई वरदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सत्पुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सत्यगुणात्मने नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुवर्धनाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुजनपोषणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वज्ञाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वजनप्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वशक्तिमूर्तये नमः।
श्री साई सर्वेशाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वसङ्गपरित्यागिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वान्तर्यामिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई महिमात्मने नमः।
ॐ श्री साई महेश्वर स्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पत्नीग्रामोद्भवाय नमः।
ॐ श्री साई
पत्तिक्षेत्रनिवासिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई यशगाय शिरडिवासिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्योति आलिपल्लि सोमप्पाय नमः।
ॐ श्री साई
भारद्वाज ऋषिगोत्राय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तवत्सलाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अपान्तरात्मने नमः। ॐ श्री साई अवतारमूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वभयनिवारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपस्तम्भसूत्राय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अभयप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई रत्नाकरवंशोद्भवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शिरडि साई अभेदसत्यावताराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शङ्कराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शिरडि साई मूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई द्वारकामायि वासिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई चित्रावतितरपुट्टपर्तिविहारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई शक्तिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शरणागतत्राणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आनन्दाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आनन्ददाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आर्तत्राणपरायणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अनाथनाथाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई असहाय सहायाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई लोकबान्धवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई लोकरक्षापरायणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई लोकनाथाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई दीनजनपोषणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई मूर्तित्रयस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई मुक्तिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कलुषविदूराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई करुणाकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वाधाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वहृद्वासिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वपुण्यफलप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वपापक्षयकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वरोगनिवारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वबाधहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अनन्तकर्तृणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई आदिपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आदिशक्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई अपरूपशक्तिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई अव्यक्तरूपिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई कामक्रोधध्वंसिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई कनकाम्बरधारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई अद्भुतचर्याय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपद्बान्धवाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमात्मने नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेममूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रेमप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई प्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तप्रियाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तमन्दाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयविहाराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तजनहृदयालयाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तपराधीनाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदीपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भक्तिज्ञानप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुज्ञानमार्गदर्शकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानस्वरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई गीताबोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई ज्ञानसिद्धिदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुन्दररूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री
साई पुण्यपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई फलप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुरुषोत्तमाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई पुराणपुरुषाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अतीताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कालातीताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सिद्धिरूपाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सिद्धसंकल्पाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आरोग्यप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई अन्नवस्त्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई संसारदुःखक्षयकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वाभीष्टप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कल्याणगुणाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई कर्मध्वंसिने नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुमानसोन्विताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वमतसम्मताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधुमानसपरिशोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई साधकानुग्रहवडवृक्षप्रतिष्ठापकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सकलसंशयहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सकलतत्त्वबोधकाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई योगीश्वराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई योगीन्द्रवन्दिताय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वमङ्गलकराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई सर्वसिद्धिप्रदाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई आपन्निवारिणे नमः। ॐ श्री साई आप्तिहराय नमः। ॐ श्री साई शान्तमूर्तये नमः। ॐ श्री साई सुलभप्रसन्नाय नमः। ॐ श्री साई भगवान् श्री सत्य साई बाबाय नमः।
भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यं भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। अशीमवहु वहिष्ठेमस्ति उष्टास्ति उष्टाहमय शतशाय वहिष्ठाय यशे। नमो तस्सा भगवतो अरहतो सम्मा सम्बुद्धस्स। बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धम्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि। श्मा इस्राएल अडोनाय एलोहेनु अडोनाय एहाद अडोनाय एहाद अडोनाय एहाद। Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever and ever. Amen. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah, Allah, Allah. La ilaha illallah.
पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश श्री गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश श्री गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश श्री गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष 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 मां श्री गणेश पाहि मां 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 जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश जय गणेश 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 जय गणेश रक्ष मां श्री गणेश पाहि मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश श्री गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश जय गणेश जय गणेश रक्ष मां श्री गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां श्री गणेश पाहि मां जय गणेश रक्ष मां जय गणेश जय गणेश 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 जय गणेश रक्ष मां श्री गणेश श्री गणेश श्री गणेश पाहि मां
मन मंदिर में आओ साई
मंदिर में आओ साई
मंदिर में आओ साई
मंदिर में आओ साई
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
मन मंदिर में आओ साई
मंदिर में आओ साई
सदा निरंतर भजो साई राम
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 गिरधर नागर नटवर श्याम
गिरधर नागर नटवर श्याम
गिरधर नागर नटवर श्याम
गिरधर नागर नटवर श्याम
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
मन मंदिर में आओ साई
मन मंदिर में आओ साई
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ
सदा
सदा निरंतर भज साई राम।
गिरिधर नागर नटवरशा,
गिरिधर नागर नटवरशा।
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ।
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ,
साई भगवान दर्श दिखाओ।
मन मंदिर में आओ साई।
देवी भवानी जगत जननी,
भवानी जगत जननी।
देवी भवानी जगत जननी,
देवी भवानी जगत जननी।
मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी,
मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी।
मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी,
मंदहासिनी
देवी भवानी जगत जननी,
देवी भवानी जगत जननी।
मंगलकारिणी कारुण्यरूपिणी,
मंगलकारिणी कारुण्यरूपिणी।
मंगलकारिणी कारुण्यरूपिणी,
मंगलकारिणी कारुण्यरूपिणी।
नारायणी देवी नारायणी,
नारायणी देवी नारायणी।
नारायणी देवी नारायणी,
नारायणी देवी नारायणी।
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी,
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी।
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी,
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी।
भवानी जगत जननी,
देवी भवानी जगत जननी।
मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी,
मंदहासिनी आनंददायिनी।
देवी भवानी जगत जननी,
देवी भवानी जगत जननी।
मंगलकारिणी कारुण्यरूपिणी,
मंगलकारिणी कारुण्यरूपिणी।
नारायणी देवी नारायणी,
नारायणी देवी नारायणी।
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी,
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी।
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी,
महिषासुरमर्दिनी अम्बे भवानी।
देवी भवानी जगत जननी। हरिनारायण हरिनारायण
जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिवचिदंबरा ओंकारा 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 परतिविहारा पापविधूरा परतिविहारा पापविधूरा परतिविहारा पापविधूरा परतिविहारा पापविधूरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिवचिदंबरा ओंकारा जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिवचिदंबरा ओंकारा परतिविहारा पापविधूरा परतिविहारा पापविधूरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा ब्रह्मपरा जगदोदारा ब्रह्मपरा जया शंकरा भावगोचरा शिवचिदंबरा ओंकारा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
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 रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परंदामा
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 दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
अहल्योदारक रामा शाप विमोचन 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 रामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परंदामा
रघुकुल तिलका रामा सत्य साई श्री परंदामा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
अहल्योदारक रामा शाप विमोचन रामा
अहल्योदारक रामा शाप विमोचन रामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
शिरडिपुरीशा रामा पुट्टपर्तिपुरी परंदामा
दशरथ नंदन रामा दया सागरा रामा
Why fear when I am here?
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 So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
Why fear when I am here?
Why fear when I am here?
All I want is your love, my child. All I want is your faith.
All I want is your love, my child. All I want is your faith.
All I want is your love in God, no matter what your fate.
All I want is your love in God, no matter what your fate.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
Why fear when I am here?
Why fear when I am here?
The light you see in the dark of night is that of God and man.
The light you see in the dark of night is that of God in man.
Find the light that is in your heart and reach thy promised land.
Find the light that is in your heart and reach our promised land.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
Why fear when I am here?
Why fear when I am here?
Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad all came through this land.
Krishna, Buddha, Jesus, Muhammad all came through this land.
All of them brought a message of love. Love your fellow man.
All of them brought a message of love. Love your fellow man.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord.
So says Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, Sathya Sai Baba, my Lord. Why fear when I am here?
चित्तचोरा यशोदा के माँ नवनीत चित्तचोरा यशोदा के माँ नवनीत
Swami, can I say, I need you more than words can say. Swami, can I say, I love you more each day. Each day as the sun rises, each day when you hear my cry, each day when I call you, Lord, you listen to my prayer. Each day as the sun rises, each day when you hear my cry, each day when I call you, Lord, you listen to my Swami, can I say, I need you more than words can say. Swami, can I say, I love you more each day. Swami, can I say, I need you more than words can say. Swami, can I say, I love you more each day.
भोला शंकर भोला, हर भोला शंकर भोला, शैलेश्वर विश्वंभर शैलेश्वर हर विश्वंभर हर भोला शंकर भोला, सूर्य चंद्र प्रलयाग्निनेत्रधर, सूर्य चंद्र प्रलयाग्निनेत्रधर, शक्ति सहित शिव नटन मनोहर, शक्ति सहित शिव नटन मनोहर, भोला शंकर भोला, शैलेश्वर हर विश्वंभर हर भोला शंकर भोला, सूर्य चंद्र प्रलयाग्निनेत्रधर, शक्ति सहित शिव नटन मनोहर, हे शक्ति सहित शिव नटन मनोहर, भोला शंकर भोला।
राम रहीम हो साई, कृष्ण बुद्ध साई, 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 जो राष्ट्र यीशु साई, महावीर दी हो साई, जो राष्ट्र यीशु साई, महावीर दी हो साई, जो राष्ट्र यीशु साई, महावीर दी हो साई, जो राष्ट्र यीशु साई, प्रेम रूप साई सर्वजन रक्षक साई राम एक नाम 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 राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम हो साई कृष्ण बुद्ध साई राम रहीम हो साई कृष्ण बुद्ध साई जो राष्ट्र यीशु साई महावीर भी हो साई जो राष्ट्र यीशु साई महावीर भी हो साई राम रहीम हो साई कृष्ण बुद्ध साई राम रहीम हो साई कृष्ण बुद्ध साई सर्वधर्म पालक हे प्रेम रूप साई सर्वधर्म पालक हे प्रेम रूप साई सर्वजन रक्षक साई राम एक नाम सर्वजन रक्षक साई राम एक नाम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम रहीम साई राम राम रहीम हो साई कृष्ण बुद्ध साई
మధుర మనోహర గిరిధర గోపాల హే 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 గిరిధర గోపాల సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం బ్రహ్మ సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం బ్రహ్మ సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం బ్రహ్మ సత్యం బ్రహ్మ జ్ఞానం బ్రహ్మ అనంతం బ్రహ్మ సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం బ్రహ్మ సత్యం జ్ఞానమనంతం బ్రహ్మ గోవింద జై జై గోపాల జై జై 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 రాధా రమణ హరి గోవింద జై జై రాధా రమణ హరి గోవింద జై జై గోవింద జై జై గోపాల 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 జై జై రాధా రమణ హరి గోవింద జై జై రాధా రమణ హరి గోవింద జై జై గోవింద జై జై గోపాల 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 జై జై రాధా రమణ హరి గోవింద జై జై
మనస భజరే గురు చరణం దుస్తర భ్రమ సాగర తరణం మానస భజరే గురు చరణం దుస్తర భవ సాగర తరణం మానస భజరే గురు చరణం దుస్తర భవ సాగర తరణం ఓం నమ శివాయ ఓం నమ శివాయ ఓం నమ శివాయ శివాయ నమో అరుణాచల శివ అరుణాచల శివ అరుణాచల శివ అరుణ శివో అరుణాచల శివ అరుణాచల శివ అరుణాచల శివ అరుణ శివో ఓంకారం బాబా ఓంకారం బాబా ఓంకారం బాబా ఓం నమో బాబా మానస భజనే గురు చరణం దుస్తర భవ సాగర తరణం మానస భజనే గురు చరణం దుస్తర భవ సాగర తరణం గురు మహారాజ్ గురు జై జై సాయినాథ సద్గురు జై జై महाराज गुरु जय जय साईनाथ सद्गुरु जय जय मानस भजरे गुरुचरणं दुष्कर भव सागर तरणं भजरे गुरुचरणं दुष्कर भव सागर तरणम्
Sai Ram, offering my most humble salutations at the lotus feet of Swami, sisters, brothers, and members of the Sai family of Region 3. We welcome you all for this Aaradhana Mahotsavam program. Today, we are observing 10th Aaradhana Mahotsavam of our beloved Swami, who taught us the human values. He stood as a role model for following human values. He always said his life is his message. So we can follow him and make our life as his message. Thinking about Swami takes me back to my, student days. One day Swami came and asked us, what does ant teaches you all? Can you imagine? Swami used to put these questions. Then we were all looking for the answer. Then compassionate Lord gave us the answer. He says, ant knows how to separate sugar from sand, which you people cannot do it. Because ant knows the taste of the sugar, so that it only catches the sugar, not the sand. He says, ant teaches you all nitya parishilana. This is what the Swami said. What it means is, what is good for us, what is not good for us. That's what a small ant in his creation teaches us. Then Swami beautifully says, humans are the best in the entire God's creation, but they forget what ant is doing. See, these kind of wonderful insights Swami used to give about his own creation. Again, Swami is the one who used to say, you can have desires, but he always said, sealing on desires is very important. He compares our worldly desires as, pennies, dimes, quarters, like that. You want to have a house, you want to have this, you want to have that in life. These are all, Swami says, they are like, pennies, dimes, quarter kind of, desires. But what he says is, you need to have one desire, which is like a currency note. Can you imagine when you put all these pennies and in the machine, you get a currency note? Swami says, you need to have the one currency note, which is covering all the pennies. That currency note, Swami says, is God's grace. If you desire for the God's grace, all these pennies, dimes, these kind of desires also will be fulfilled for all of us. That is the Swami's way of saying, you can have desires, but you need to have only control of the, of too many desires. One desire, that is God's grace. So whether we, do bhajans, whether we do service, whether, we do anything related to Swami's, activity, that's all to get his grace. Let us keep doing in these testing times of, pandemic. We are still online, we are still virtual. We'll just pray that Swami, please take care of this, to this pandemic to get over, so that we all can come together. Then again, Swami says, it is like a child. Swami gives this beautiful example of a mother. When a mother, usually when she is busy, she gives the little toys and little playing things to the child, and she'll go and do her duty. The same way Jagan Mata, that is Divine Mother, gives us all these little things in the life, but we get attached to these things and forget the mother. Same way the child forgets the mother while playing. Suddenly the child realizes he wants mother. He calls, he cries. That is the time mother comes. See, that time, even though so many toys are there, child is not happy with them. Child wants only mother. Swami says, you need to be like that child. You need to cry for the divine, so that the divine mother comes and consoles us and takes care of us. So the crying for divine mother is again that is the only thing takes care of. Crying in the sense, you need to pray for the divine mother to come and take care of us. And having said about the 10th Aaradhana Mahotsavam, we have a wonderful program today with presentations from our SSC children, and also this entire program also has embedded the SSIO, like the international program in it, so that you can just with one link you can watch SSIO program with our own regional link. And we have YA Bhajans, and we have a wonderful guest speaker. Actually, she is none other than Mrs. Shamantakamani Bhashyam, who had an opportunity to meet Swami in 1946. That's what we thought entire region should hear to her speech. She has written so many songs, sang in front of him. Swami gave her Vibhuti Mantra. Can you imagine? We are also blessed to have her as our speaker today. This program will be directly from live from our Sathya Center of Northeast Atlanta. So don't miss it. And then we have a lunch break. After that, we have our sisters from Anantapur College of Swami presenting an offering at the lotus feet called Pearls of Sai, the lessons learned at Anantapur College when they were studying. This is a wonderful thing happening in our region. In this, the sisters who are alumni of 80 on Anantapur campus from all over our region are coming together and offering this. Don't miss that. Then we have YA updates and the service updates. Then we conclude with prayers. So please stay all the time, enjoy this, and pray to Swami so that he gives us more and more opportunity to serve him and learn about him. So from these wonderful speakers and wonderful programs. With that, thank you all. Jai Sai Ram.
I like service because it gives us a chance to help other people and different and how their lives are different, and we get to experience different people and help out.
I enjoy doing service because it helps us learn to do certain things that we may not learn to do just by sitting at home. And also we gain some experiences and we learn how to handle situations and scenarios by doing service.
I like services because you just feel good once you're doing.
Why I like service is because it's a chance to help people.
It's important to do the Save the Horses, Save It, because we're able to help the animals not abandoned by their owners, and help them not feel abandoned.
Yeah. I thought it would be something that I would enjoy and I would learn something from, going to an actual farm and helping the animals. And
so first, when we arrived there, we walked the cows around so they got some little exercise, and then we went around the different horse pens, and we fed them carrots, and we also fed the goats and the dwarf horses. And then we helped out the adults by cleaning up the stalls a little, and we were able to like groom the races because they also have racehorses there. We were able to like pet them and make them feel good.
We went to a different location and didn't paint.
We painted the barn, and we also did some activities with the animals, like we groomed them and
we got to groom a cow, and she has soft fur. It's like when we got tired, we just went to the animals and just played with them for some time, and then came back and then did it. Like we used to take turns.
I actually felt good. I felt like that was where I was supposed to be. And even though I had to do chores, I actually felt good about doing that. Compassion means to be kind to everyone, including animals. Once we visited Mr. Bird, a black rooster with paralyzed legs, and a horse which came to the farm after being stuck in a flood for many days. Zayanko put a special vibhuti on them, and while he was doing that, he chanted the vibhuti prayer. Once that happened, I realized that not only humans need vibhuti, everybody else needs vibhuti too.
So we were in the middle of painting the barn, and it was like drizzling, and the forecast said it was going to rain. We were actually thinking it wouldn't rain because if it rained, all the paint would wash away. By Baba's powers, it went away, and it didn't rain the whole entire day.
As Sindhura said, the forecast said that there was going to be rain. And Uncle said that Bhaskaraya Vidmahe, prayers for the sun, it would like tell the sun to come out. Bhaskaraya Vidmahe Mahajutikaraya Dhimahi Tanno Aditya Prachodayat.
We got to see a pig. We thought she was sleeping, but she passed away. We were like all sad. So, especially the black pig. Her name was Pepper, and she had another friend that died a couple of months ago, I think. And her name was Salt. So, like Salt and Pepper were best friends. But this pig's name was Lola. Her real name was Loretta. So she died. We all wanted to. So they were making a grave for her, and me and Veda and a couple of others wanted to make like a sign for that little pig. So we had only a couple of resources. So we had like pink and blue paints. Omkar made the cross for the cross, Jesus cross, and he also wrote the name. We all made a heart around the cross, so we could just go there and put the grave inside. And after, when we were eating lunch, the black pig, Pepper, she was so sad. We were also sad for her.
The barn and the farm both benefited physically and spiritually from the painting. The paint protects the barn and the animals that are housed in it from mold damage, weather, and erosion. And also, in turn, we sang some bhajans to uplift the barn and the surrounding farm animals. We also benefited, of course, by being spiritually uplifted by singing the bhajans. And of course, we got some exercise in the process. Actually, I got 20,000 steps in the time that I spent at the barn.
My name is Benjamin. These are my tortoises. I've been having them for 3 years now. We must respect all animals. They have all emotions and they are intelligent. They deserve better. Some people think that it's best to just kill them for sport. I don't think that's correct. We must all respect them. They are basically gentle giants. Some are small and some are big. We must all remember they are living things and they're God. Sarah.
Hello, let me introduce myself. I am iPhone 12, and secret to no one, the life without me was super boring. There was no social media, there was no selfies. Can you believe that? But thanks to me, now everyone can stay connected. If I fall, they'll panic. If I'm lost, someone could have a heart attack. If I'm home, they'll come back and pick me up. There's no doubt about it. I'm the most important thing in the lives of human beings. People put me above their basic necessities. Parents buy me so I can protect and entertain their kids. Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Low battery! Low battery! I'm powering off!
Sarum, sisters and brothers, we have now heard what the iPhone has said about itself. And sadly, it's right about many things, but it's not right about being the most important thing in our lives. God is the most important in our lives. Our connection is from heart to heart and never breaks. Our battery power lasts forever. Swami's love is always with us, whatever time it is, whatever day with us, always and forever. Now, I will ask you this. Where is your attention? Swami teaches us to be in the world, but not a part of the world. Be like the lotus flower, how it opens its petals every time the sun hits it, but it's not affected by the swamp that holds it. Dedicate your heart to God, and He'll be one with you. Now, I will end this with the first bhajan that Swami has ever taught us. Manasa vajare guru sharanam, dushtara vavasa karataranam. Saira.
Swami, you are the light in my life. Like a candle, your light will always glow. My sweet Lord, all we yearn for is love. Like a river, your love will always flow. Like a mother, you'll be there to wipe away my tears. Like a father, you'll be there to take away my fears. My Lord, my love, my side, my sweet Lord, my love, my side. Swami, you are the light in my life, like a star brightly shining in the sky. When I'm scared and afraid to go on, like an angel, you'll help me to get by. Like a teacher, you'll be there to teach me to be true. Like a friend, you'll be there. I'll put my trust in you, my Lord, my love, my side, my sweet Lord, my love, my side. Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram, Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram, 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 Sai Ram.
Ram, brothers and sisters, I got some mom-made laddus for all of you. She made them even though she was not feeling well. Such is mother's love.
Wow, these remind me of Puttapatti laddus.
Puttapatti, the place where our Saima showers unconditional divine love of 1,000 mothers.
Wow, 1,000 mothers' love.
Love, mind, body, they are so valuable. Yet, we understand so little.
Our human body is the most scientific and advanced gadget.
Yet, what a puzzle!
We don't know what capabilities we have.
We don't know what potential we have.
Don't know what functionality we have.
How to unlock the power within?
Who else can tell us and teach us about its purpose than its own creator?
The Master, the Purnavatar, and the Supreme.
The Creator Himself has come down to earth to remind us of humans' true nature.
He made us aware of our complete potential. Our divine leader led us by example.
Our body is not just for eating, sleeping, etc., but it has immense value and purpose.
Swami says, Parupakaram idam shariram.
The purpose of the human body is to serve others. Just like a tree never feeds itself.
Swami says that purity of mind is essential. It's like the lens through which we see the world.
Swami told us to offer every deed, thought, and even food to him first. Hence, he taught us to chant Brahmarapanam before eating.
Swami taught us that when we serve others, we are helping ourselves and not others. He, with 1,000 mothers' love, created the infrastructure using which we can practice service, learn to surrender our ego, purify ourselves, finally to be receptive to his love.
Swami, you have taught us how to practice love in action. What can we give back to you, Swami? You are the creator. You've shown us how to love and live in love. Practicing your preachings with true, pure, and selfless love is the only way we can show our gratitude.
The Avatar has come down on Earth with a purpose, to be a role model. The life of an Avatar is exemplary, ideal, and most practical and perfect for everybody to emulate and follow. My life is my message. This is not going to be merely a quotation, but an inquiry into the why and how.
Why do we say his life is his message? How does it benefit us? How does it elevate our lives? How does it improve the quality of our lives? Baba has said, I have 3 important points. These are the 3 declarations, 3 affirmations.
Well, what are they? The first is, this avatar gives and gives. He never takes and he never receives. He just keeps giving and giving. Living in a society, we are interdependent and can't totally avoid receiving. But it is enough if we are not parasites. Let us try to give and let us share the little we have. We should cultivate this over time.
The second is, once I give a promise, I never go back. When I give a promise, I see that it is fulfilled. The learning lesson for us is to keep up a promise made and not to go back on the given word.
The third is, once I start doing something, there is no question of retreat. It's forward, onward, and never backwards. I don't go back. Once I start, that's it. We are reminded by his saying, follow the master, face the devil, fight till the end, and finish the game.
Sairam, I've been a part of the SSE program since I was a child, and I am very fortunate to have been part of such a great program. I have learned that spiritual development is a lifetime commitment that helps me build my character, practice the values I love, and improve relationships with my family and friends. I treasure Swami's teachings because they are invaluable and they help me lead my life. I am ever grateful to Swami and all my SSE teachers for providing me with great lessons that can help lead me in an important direction in my life. Sairam.
కురుపై నిలచిన సాయికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం ప్రేమ కురుపై నిలచిన సాయికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం జగముల నేలే సద్గురు సాయికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం ప్రకృతి పృథివీ పులకించ మమతా సమతలు వెలుగొంద మా ప్రేమ కురుపై నిలచిన సాయికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం శిరోజమకుటాధారికి సార్వభౌమ స్వాగతం మందహాసవదనునికి సాదరమైన స్వాగతం ప్రేమను పంచి శాంతిని పెంచే ప్రాణమూర్తికి స్వాగతం ప్రేమను పంచి శాంతిని పెంచే ప్రాణమూర్తికి స్వాగతం భక్తిని ముక్తిని రయమును సంగే కరుణామూర్తికి స్వాగతం మగమ మగమ గమదనిద గమదని సనిద మగమగరిస మగమ మగమ గమదనిద గమదని సనిద మగమగరిస మా ప్రేమ కురుపై నిలచిన సాయి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం దయతో నిండిన నయనునికి నవ్యమైన స్వాగతం తేనె కురిపించు కంఠునికి మాధుర్యమైన స్వాగతం చెక్కిలి పైన చుక్కతో ఉన్న చక్కని సాయికి స్వాగతం చెక్కిలి పైన చుక్కతో ఉన్న చక్కని సాయికి స్వాగతం కలలో ఇలలో ఎన్నడు వీడని మా స్వామికి స్వాగతం మగమ మగమ గమదనిదా గమదని సనిద మగమగరిస మా ప్రేమ కురుపై నిలచిన సాయికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం జగముల నేలే సద్గురు సాయికి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం ప్రకృతి పృథివీ పులకించ మమతా సమతలు వెలుగొంద మా ప్రేమ కురుపై నిలచిన సాయి స్వాగతం సుస్వాగతం గమదని సనిద మగమగరిస
Saira. We learned purity in SSE class. Today I'm going to talk about role of food and purity of mind. If we want to be healthy, we have to eat healthy food. So the vegetables and vessels have to be cleaned and the person that is cooking has to have good feelings. Chanting Brahmarpana before eating food will take away all the impurities that can't be seen from your food. Swami said, as is the food, so is the mind. As is the mind, so are the thoughts. As is the thoughts, so is the conduct. As is the conduct, so is the health. And finally, I would like to say, eat healthy, be happy. Sairam!
Sairam, I am going to talk about the 3 types of food. Healthy food, also known as good food for the body. It is good because it is the food that includes nutrients that are good for the body. Spicy food, which basically makes the body hyper. It's good sometimes and bad sometimes. And the slot food, which is the junk food, soda and pizza and other unhealthy things.
A few weeks ago we learned about purity of vision. This is important because what we see on the screen can affect our thoughts and actions. We did an activity where we recorded time spent per day doing 1. Routine work like school, eating, sleeping, and more. 2. Green time, where we are creative and play outside. And 3. Screen time, where we watch TV and play video games. I learned that I can reduce my screen time by playing my ukulele, making crafts, and going on nature walks. Sairam.
For me, purity means happiness. It means kind and working hard and being helpful. I practice purity by helping my mom with chores and help feed my dog. We also should cook food with good thoughts so when you eat, you feel the same happiness and respectful to the person who made the food and you make them happy. I also pray to God to help negativity go away and helps to fulfill our wishes. To help calm my mind, I used a glitter jar.
Hello everyone, the meaning of Gayatri Mantra is praying/meditating upon the Gayatri Devi to be rid of all sins and be blessed with pure thoughts and intellect. Gayatri Devi has 3 different names. Gayatri, who refers to the senses, Savitri, who refers to the life force, and Saraswati, who refers to speech. Here are some fun facts about Gayatri Mantra. Number 1, Gayatri Mantra can help you with anything of interest in serving. Number 2, Maharshi Vishwamitra created the Gayatri Mantra. Thank you.
Saram. Once upon a time, there was a king who was very generous and kind. He gave food to all the people in his castle. There was a monk who usually came and ate at the castle, but instead of leaving after he ate, he stored what he ate on a plate and cup. The next day, he returned it. Turns out, there were impurities in the food. Moral of the story, there are impurities that you cannot see. You have to say prayers.
Saram. First, it helps me play with my friends. Second, it gives me confidence. Third, it helps me get smart. Fourth, it grants my wishes. Finally, I would highly recommend this to my friends and family members to chant Gayatri Mantra.
Sairam. I thank all of my SSE teachers for introducing me to the Gayatri Mantra. Whenever I chant the mantra, it makes me calm and peaceful. I stopped saying bad words. I also had good imagination and felt like the best. Sairam.
Sairam everyone. We have participated in the Beats project this year. As part of this project, we hold one bead in our right hand and chant Gayatri Mantra 108 times to energize the bead. We pray that this bead helps someone. These beads are made into bracelets and offered to people in need, like people in senior care homes and hospital patients. I was happy to be part of this project and help people in need. Saram.
Sairam, my name is Madden. This year in Balvikas, I learned about silent sitting. Silent sitting is when you find a quiet place to sit and focus on breathing. It calms me down and helps me to relax. When I sit for silent sitting, I feel calm and sometimes tired. Counting my breath going in and out helps me to focus. Thank you, teachers. Sairam.
Saram. What I learned from SSE class is silent sitting, unity, purity, and even a lot more. In my opinion, the one that helped me the most is silent sitting. Like for example, when I'm mad, I do silent sitting and it helps me calm down. And I found out that silent sitting is the best tactic for myself. Thank you, Swami and teachers, for teaching me this lesson. Saira.
Dear Swami, please accept our humble prayers to you on this Aaradhana Day.
Sairam, respected aunties, uncles, brothers, and sisters. Today, as we observe Aaradhana Day, we are reminded of what our Lord, Bhagawan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, has asked each of us. Make our life His message. To me, that means He's asking all of us to behave in such a way that our actions are a representation of His message. The SSE students of Region 3 have come together to present various offerings on the very teachings that Swami has practiced his entire life. These examples include loving and caring for animals, the importance of having faith and a one-to-one connection with God, appreciating and understanding Vedas, encouraging and performing dances and musicals, as we see so often in the many plays his students have performed for him over the years, all the while appreciating and being grateful for this life and the purpose it can serve. Keeping this in mind, we offer this program with our most humble salutations and ask all of you to sit back and enjoy how we, the SSE students of Region 3, are trying to make our life His message.
Om
श्वस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नो दिवि सीदसादनम् प्रणो देवीं सरस्वती वाजिनीवती दीनामविद्यवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम्
सगना भवतु सगना भुनक्तु सगवीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः पुरुषस्य विद्मसहस्राक्षस्य महादेवस्य धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो दन्ति प्रचोदयात्
तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे चक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्दी प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महासेनाय धीमहि तन्नो षण्मुख प्रचोदयात् तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे सुवर्णपक्षाय धीमहि तन्नो गरुड प्रचोदयात्
वेदात्मनाय विद्महे हिरण्यगर्भाय धीमहि तन्नो ब्रह्म प्रचोदयात् नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णु प्रचोदयात् वज्रनकाय विद्महि तीक्ष्णदृष्टाय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंह प्रचोदयात्
भास्कराय विद्महे महागतिकाय धीमहि तन्नो आदित्य प्रचोदयात् वैश्वानराय विद्महे लालीलाय धीमहि तन्नो अग्नि प्रचोदयात्
कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गी प्रचोदयात् ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
ॐ निधनपतये नमः निधनपदान्तिकाय नमः ऊर्ध्वाय नमः ऊर्ध्वलिङ्गाय नमः हिरण्याय नमः हिरण्यलिङ्गाय नमः सुवर्णाय नमः सुवर्णलिङ्गाय नमः
दिव्यलिङ्गाय नमः भवाय नमः भवलिङ्गाय नमः
शर्वाय नमः शर्वलिङ्गाय नमः शिवाय नमः शिवलिङ्गाय नमः ज्वलाय नमः ज्वललिङ्गाय नमः आत्माय नमः आत्मलिङ्गाय नमः परमाय नमः परमलिङ्गाय नमः एतत् सोमस्य सूर्यस्य सर्वलिङ्गं पाणिभद्रं पवित्रं सद्यो जातं प्रपद्यामि सद्यो जाताय वै नमो नमः भवे भवेनाति भवे भवस्वमा भवोद्भवाय नमः वामदेवाय नमो
ज्येष्ठाय नमः श्रेष्ठाय नमो रुद्राय नमः कालाय नमः कलविकरणाय नमो बलविकरणाय नमो बलाय नमो बलप्रमथनाय नमः सर्वभूतदमनाय नमो
मनोन्मनाय नमः अघोरेभ्योऽथ घोरेभ्यो घोरघोरतरेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यः सर्वेभ्यो नमस्ते अस्तु रुद्ररूपेभ्यः तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्र प्रचोदयात् ईशान सर्वविद्यानाम् ईश्वर सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपतिर् ब्रह्मणोऽधिपतिर् ब्रह्म शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवोम् नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः ऋथाकुं सत्यं हरं ब्रह्मपुरुषं कृष्णपिङ्गलम् ऊर्ध्वरेथं विरूपाक्षं विश्वरूपाय वै नमो नमः सर्वो वै रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमोऽस्तु पुरुषो वै रुद्रः सन्महो नमो नमः
विश्वं भूतं भुवनं चित्रं बहुधा जातं जायमानं च यथा सर्वो ह्येष रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमोऽस्तु तद्रुद्राय प्रचेतसे मीदुष्टमाय तव्यसे वोचेमशन्तमगं हृदे सर्वो ह्येष रुद्रस्तस्मै रुद्राय नमोऽस्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
यश्चन्दसां वृषभो विश्वरूपः छन्दोऽभ्योऽध्यमृतात् सम्बभूव समेन्द्रो मेधया स्पृणोतु अमृतस्य देवदारणो भूयासं शरीरं मे विचर्षणं जिह्वा मे मधुमत्तमा कर्णाभ्याम्बुरि विश्रुवम् ब्रह्मणः कोशासि मेधया भीतः श्रुतं मे गोपाय
ॐ मेधा देवी जुषमाना नागा विश्वाची भद्रा सुमनस्यमाना त्वया जुष्टानुदमाना दुरुक्तान् बृहत्वतीमविदते सुवीरा त्वया जुष्टा ऋषिर्भवति देवी त्वया ब्रह्म गतश्रीरुतत्वया त्वया जुष्टा चित्तं विन्दते वसुसानो जुषश्वत विनोदमेते
मेधां महेन्द्रो ददातु मेधां देवी सरस्वती मेधां मे अश्विना भूभावा दक्षां पुष्करश्रजा अप्सरासु चय मेधा गन्धर्वेषु चयन्मनः
दैवी मेधा सरस्वती सा मा मेधा सुरभिर्जुषतागं स्वाहा आमा मेधा सुरभिर्विश्वरूपा हिरण्यवर्णा जगती जगम्या ऊर्जस्वती पयसा पिन्वमाना सा मा मेधा सुप्रतीका जुषन्ताम्
मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि अग्निस्तेजो ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि इन्द्रियं ददातु मयि मेधां मयि प्रजां मयि सूर्यो भ्राजो ददातु ॐ हंसाय विद्महे परमहंसाय धीमहि तन्नो हंस प्रचोदयात् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
Om Shri Sai Ram. Swami says faith is the most essential. As the breath is important for this body, faith is necessary for the divine path. We will now be presenting you a play on how God takes care of us when we place total faith in Him.
There once was a small village which was suffering from severe drought. The villagers were worried.
God, bestow your grace on us. Let it rain.
We will soon run out of food to feed our families. We're already rationing the food at home.
We are down to eating one meal a day at home. And this is the same situation for every single house in this village. We have to try something. This cannot continue. Let's talk to the chief. He may be able to help us.
It's worth a shot.
The next day, the two villagers meet the chief.
Good morning, Chief.
Good morning, John and Jeff. How are you both doing? I'm happy you stopped by. How can I help you?
Chief, you know everything. We are in a terrible situation. We haven't experienced such a drought since I was a child. We aren't able to face our families. We aren't able to grow food. We aren't able to feed our families. Our animals are dying, and there isn't enough water to drink as well. Please help us.
Son, don't despair. The Lord who has created us will also help us find a solution. This is our Lord's test. We have to look for ways to earn His grace. If all of us come together and pray, He will surely answer. The Lord will not say no to His devotees. He will shower His grace.
Chief, your words are giving me hope. What do you suggest we do?
Go, spread the message. Tomorrow, all the villagers need to gather at the village square. We will all pray together for rain. Also, I want each one of them to bring with them a token of their faith. This will ensure that the prayer will be done with sincere faith.
Thank you, Chief.
The following day, the villagers start gathering at the village square, bringing with them a token of their faith.
A picture of our dear God.
I see you have the Holy Bible.
I brought an apple as a form of love.
Dear friends, let's join our hands together and pray to the Lord. Almighty and everlasting Lord, we have come before you with great faith and hope, and now in great need of your mercy. You are the creator of this universe. We humbly ask you to send forth your showering grace upon this village and surrounding villages. We surrender all our problems into your merciful hands. Anything is possible with you. Please, Jesus Christ, send us rain. Amen.
Amen.
Sure enough, within a few moments, it began to rain.
It is raining!
It's raining! It's a miracle!
The whole crowd was overjoyed and danced happily. The chief noticed a boy holding an umbrella as a token of his faith.
Young man, you are the reason that the Lord has showered His grace upon us. You never once doubted the Lord. Your faith in God is admirable. Total faith is needed in obtaining divine grace. Your faith in God made you bring this umbrella, and lo and behold, the Lord answered your faith. We are blessed indeed.
Nothing is impossible for one who has total faith in God. Swami says there may be people who suffer because they do not have faith, but there is no one who will be let down if he or she has faith.
Lord, if we could, we would fill our hands with all the wonderful things you give us. Then we'd lift them up
and give them back to you. Everything I am, everything I am, everything I'll be, everything I'll be. I give it to you, Lord. I give it to you, Lord. And do it thankfully, thankfully. Every song I sing, every praise I bring, everything I do is a gift to you. Everything I have, everything I have, all you've given me, all you've given me. I give it to you, Lord. I give it to you, Lord. And do it thankfully, thankfully. Every song I sing, every praise I bring, everything I do is a gift to you. Everything I am, everything I am, everything I'll be, everything I'll be. I give it to you, Lord. I give it to you, Lord. And do it thankfully, thankfully. Every song I sing, every praise I bring, everything I do is a gift to you. Is a gift to you.
So in the barn, we take care of the animals, and we help with the chores that's supposed to be done. Take the barn and the other farm.
Save the horses.
We fed the animals, the sheep, the pig, the horses. We also cleaned the stoves.
This project is about, helping the animals that got abandoned by their owners. Just able to take care of them since they got abandoned.
सत्यं ज्ञानमनन्तं ब्रह्म 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 सत्यं ब्रह्म ज्ञानं ब्रह्म अनन्तं ब्रह्म अनन्तं ब्रह्म
And with devotion, we cross this ocean with Baba Messiah Suraya. Surrender to the one we adore, Sai Baba. Surrender to the one we adore, Sai Baba. Surrender to the one we adore. Surrender to the feet of the Lord, Sai Baba. Surrender to the feet of the Lord. Surrender to the Lord, we adore, Sai Baba. Surrender to the one we adore. And with devotion, we cross this ocean with Baba beside us to guide us. And with devotion, we cross this ocean with Baba beside us to guide us. Surrender to the one we adore, Sai Baba. Surrender to the one we adore. Surrender to the one we adore, Sai Baba. Surrender to the one we adore. Hosted diventati, donde floresca la nascia di prima. Chicos empezar y baila, baila mi corazón, 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 tu voz y caranza, baila mi corazón, tu voz y caranza.
Sairam Neil, Swami's Aaradhana Day is finally here. It got me into thinking that the day of Swami's passing should usually be a somber one, but today is celebrated as Aaradhana Day, the day of great festival and adoration. Why do you think there's such an irony in this?
True, I was also thinking on similar lines. Then it dawned on me that maybe it's the time to contemplate deeply on how we live our lives, how we can make our life His message.
Wow, I think that's the way we should be looking at it. That reminds me of a play that I saw earlier about weeding out one of the most common yet terrible qualities in our hearts.
Yes, what more application can we find to look within and start this weeding process? Even if we put sincere effort to weed out one undesirable quality in us from this Aaradhana Day to please our Swami, isn't this a day of celebration? Will this make our Swami happy? I'm curious, Bhavesh, what was this play about?
The play was pretty much about how we should not judge people from their external looks or how they act outside, but we should judge them based on the beauty within themselves. Just as Swami says, the intention behind each and every action is just as important as the action itself.
Hey Sunil, your first day of high school is starting today. Bow to Lord Ganesha and ask him for his blessings before you leave to school.
Come on, Mom. Times have changed and we should too. I'm no longer a kid who keeps doing things you ask of me. For years you made me worship Ganesha. I've already taught him removing obstacles for others. But Mom, have you even had a closer look at Ganesha and the obstacle he faces? He hasn't been able to remove them till today. Look at his body. He is so fat. His head is not even human. Instead of a Porsche, imagine someone who moves around on an insignificant rat. How can I worship this alien who knows from which planet?
Sunil, stop talking like that. You used to listen to us. What happened to you? God should only help you understand. Please, son, listen to us. It's for your own good.
Hi Sunil. You know, today I almost thought I missed the bus. After all, I was praying to Lord Ganesha because it is the first day of school.
Hold on. You actually worship Lord Ganesha before school?
Yes, Sunil, of course I do, as he is the remover of all obstacles.
Enough of it. It's the same thing again and again. Where's the logic behind it?
Haven't you seen Lord Ganesha has this huge stomach? And the reason he has this giant stomach is to remove all our obstacles and difficulties on our spiritual path. His tiny eyes tell us that we should concentrate more, and his big ears tell us we should listen more, while his small mouth tells us we should talk less. But do you know why he rides on such a tiny rat?
Is there a real meaning to it? I've always found it silly.
No, of course it's not silly. When Lord Ganesha rides on his rat, the rat, which symbolizes our desires and cravings, as it nibbles on everything, demonstrates to us that the sensual desires and cravings are so insignificant due to the rat's size. But when Lord Ganesha rides on top of this rat, it shows us that we, as the masters of our minds, should be able to keep these low, insignificant desires and sensual cravings under check.
Is there so much meaning to it? I never thought of it this way. I should apologize to my mother for all the sarcasm I showed her when she only wanted to help me and do good for me.
I'm so glad, Sunil, for this change in your attitude. Thank you, Swami. Very happy that you had this conversation with your friend. Swami says there's always a spirit behind rituals. Understanding this makes life spiritual. This applies not only with Lord Ganesha, but with all gods and all religions. Each religion has some practices which is based on pure intentions to lead the man into the right living. As Swami says, the path may be different, but the goal is the same.
What a profound message this play demonstrates. This is like an eye-opener for me because I never thought there would be so much more deeper meaning and significance that teaches us more practical truths from the elephant looks of Lord Ganesha.
Yes, now I understand. There's no irony in Aaradhana Day at all. It's pretty much a day to look within and clean out even one bad quality within ourselves, like judging or jumping to conclusions without knowing the truth, like Sunil did in this play. Our Swami has come in a human form to help us all reach the goal of realizing our innate divinity. That becomes all the more important to celebrating a day like today as Aaradhana Day.
Yes, Bhavesh, I feel this is the day when our Swami moves from Yajur Mandiram to our Hridaya Mandiram. Can we all start to clean our heart so our Swami can move in?
A small message from Swami on this Aaradhana Day. I do not want the flowers and fruits and miscellaneous packets that you bring in your hands when you come to me. Come with your hands empty, saying, "What can I give you that has not come from you yourself? When you gave me this heart, it was clean and pure. Now, after preparing in that vessel the food for life so far lived, I am offering it to you, as clean and as pure as when you gave it to me, after removing all traces of the impressions or smells of the things cooked in it." Say that and offer that heart.
About which one of Swami's many teachings we are most fond of and follow in our daily life, it was a tough choice because growing up through SSC, we were taught so many different lessons. And as Swami says, his life is our message. So when I went to think about it, the one that stuck out to me the most was a simple one, but one that is applicable in every single aspect of our life, which is why fear when he is here. And one small story is, when I was a little elementary school kid, we got into a small accident where my dad rear-ended a pickup truck in front of us, and he hit only the toe of it, so there's no injuries and nobody was harmed. But the one part of our car which got damaged, the rest untouched, was a small license plate in the front of our car which had "Love All, Serve All" written over it. And this, even as a small kid to me, stuck out because I realized that Swami's never going to let anything happen to us, and as long as we believe in him, he's going to do all he can to protect us. And I have followed this message throughout my career as a high school student. Whenever I had to compete in any academic activities, any school clubs, any sports, or even taking exams, I knew once I had done all that I could to prepare for this exam, the rest was up to him. So I continue to live by this message, and I truly believe, why should we fear when he is here? Sarah.
All your ways are good, all your ways are sure. I will trust in you alone, higher than my sight, high above my life. I will trust in you alone. go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I'll love. How you serve, I'll serve. If this life I lose, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah. Light into the world, light into my life. I will live for you alone. You're the one I seek, knowing I will find all I need in you alone. In you alone. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I'll love. How you serve, I'll serve. If this life I lose, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah.
Om Shri Sairam. I will always be connected to you, Swami. No matter where I go, I will follow you. Thank you, Swami, and thank you to all my SSE teachers from the last 12 years who have helped instill many values in me. Jai Sai.
One of the most prominent and well-known quotes of our Swami is, "Love all, serve all." Personally, I have always overlooked this quote, and I've always thought, oh, it's so simple, but I never really understood how much it really meant. Sometimes I find myself not loving all or serving all, sometimes both. But recently in a car ride of mine, I had a long drive and it was just me, so I was playing some of the SSIO Akhanda bhajans just in my car. One of the bhajans that came was, "I only have one message for you, love all, serve all." And at first I didn't really pay attention to the lyrics much, but for some reason the audio in my car wasn't working and it kept playing back to the start. So I was like, maybe I should just listen to the lyrics. So ever since then, I took it as a sign from Swami that I really need to start working on loving all, serving all, and that's something I plan on working on in the future and something that I'm working on right now.
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
पग पग तू ही संभाले से हो पग पग तू ही संभाले
पग पग तू ही संभाले से हो पग पग तू ही संभाले
पग पग तू ही संभाले से हो पग पग तू ही संभाले
पग पग तू ही संभाले से हो पग पग तू ही संभाले
जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
भवसागर में जीवन नैया डोल रही है और भैया
भवसागर में जीवन नैया डोल रही है और भैया
भवसागर में जीवन नैया डोल रही है और भैया
भवसागर में जीवन नैया डोल रही है और भैया
डोल रही है और भैया पार तू ही लगा ले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु से पग पग तू ही संभाले
पग पग तू ही संभाले से हो पग पग तू ही संभाले
पग पग तू ही संभाले से हो पग पग तू ही संभाले
जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु
तेरे हवाले प्रभु इसे पग पग तू ही संभाले
मोहमाया के बंधन तोड़ो हे प्रभु अपनी शरण में लो
मोहमाया के बंधन तोड़ो हे प्रभु अपनी शरण में लो मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु इसे पग पग तू ही संभाले मेरा जीवन तेरे हवाले प्रभु पग पग तू ही संभाले.
And the message from Swami that I would like to implement in my life is the quote when he says, "The end of education is character." Education does not always have to come in the form of school or academics, but it can come in the form of music, sports, etc. Personally, for me, music has played a big role in my life as I've been learning for 12 years. I was able to take that knowledge that I learned from music and help others by teaching them music and bhajans and raise money for my local temple. In the end, I hope to spread awareness about music and help and influence others in the future. This is my offering to Swami. Sairam.
When beside Rama, when beside Rama, haste minetyu hade, donde flores cada raja prema, haste minetyu hade, donde flores cada raja prema, Shiva Sathya Sai Baila, Shiva Sathya Sai Baila, baila mi corazón, 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 tu voz mi caranza, baila mi corazón, tu voz mi caranza, ven mi Saira. Devi Metyunadi, donde florezca la Shanti Prema, Shiva Sathya Sai Baila, baila mi corazón, 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 tu voz mi caranza, baila mi corazón, tu voz mi caranza.
One of the teachings that I really felt connected to from Swami's life is definitely service. From volunteering around the house from a very young age to now volunteering around my community, I have seen how people have grown through these tough times and how just doing service not only has impacted my life, but also others as well. I want to continue this process of helping others in my community and spreading love to the places I go as I get older. During service projects such as Meals on Wheels, Narayan Seva, volunteering in women's shelter, and now currently side tutoring, I have really felt connected to Swami even more. COVID is a situation where, there's not a lot of options and opportunities for people to go out and serve. And side tutoring gave me this opportunity to connect with my student and to see her smile every day. Every time I tutor her, it just made me so happy and made me see Swami in her. I'm really grateful to Swami for giving me this great opportunity to serve my community, even through tough times.
Imagine no possessions. Wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger. Brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world.
I dedicate and offer this song at the lotus feet of Bhagawan Baba. I am ever so grateful to have learned Swami's teachings of the 5 human values over the past 12 years. I owe it to my peers, teachers, parents, and most important of all, my Guru Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba, for guiding me along my life's journey. I will forever cherish the times I've had at SSC, and I hope to be a great role model for future SSC students.
One of Swami's many life messages is love all, serve all. Because of school, my extracurriculars, all sorts of activities where I have been able to participate in service projects and even lead many of my own, and even come up with one myself from my Boy Scout project. Doing service is something that we all can do. We can do to help our society. I encourage us all to keep doing it so we can keep living up to Swami's name, as it is something that's pretty easy and also very fun.
To me, Swami's life is embodied by the quote, "In all situations and at all times, your faith in God should never leave you." I have made this my personal message by really being mindful when I pray and maintaining my faith in Swami and believing that He's really listening to my prayers. It has been quite challenging in the pandemic to maintain my faith, but I've learned that despite the situation, my faith in God should be unwavering. And that is how I've made Swami's life my message. Saira.
నాకు మీకు డైరెక్ట్ కనెక్షన్ ఉంటుండది.
There's direct connection between you and Bhagavan.
మన సన్నిహిత సంబంధ బాంధవ్యం ఎవ్వరూ తెంచడానికి వీలు కాదు.
None can break this permanent, intimate, connecting link.
ఎక్కడికన్నా పోండి.
You may go anywhere.
ఎక్కడ చూసినా ఒక్కడి సాయి మక్కువై ఉన్నాడు.
You may see here or there, anywhere, only one Sai is there.
మీరు ఏ గ్రామం పోయినా కూడాను ఎక్కడ పోయి మీ ఉద్యోగం చేసినా మీ వెంటనే జంటనే ఇంటనే ఉంటాను.
You may go to any village, you may take up a job anywhere, but Bhagavan is always with you.
ఆ భావాన్ని మాత్రం మీరు భద్రంగా చేసుకోండి.
Treasure that feeling, that thought.
నా వెంటనే ఉన్నాడు.
Swami is with me.
అనేటువంటి భావాన్ని దృఢం చేసుకోండి.
Strengthen that thought more and more.
మీరు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్ళినా మీ నీడ వస్తుండదు కదా.
Your shadow follows you wherever you go.
నీడనే.
Bhagavan is your shadow.
Not shadow. నీలో ఉన్నటువంటి ఒక దీన్నే దాన్ని నిరూపిస్తూ ఉంటాడు.
Not merely shadow, he is indweller, he is in you.
ఆశీర్వదించు 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 మా సాయి ఆశీర్వదించు ప్రేమ తల్లి ఆశీర్వదించు కన్న తల్లి ఆశీర్వదించు మా సాయి ఆశీర్వదించు 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 మా సాయి నీ మాటలే మేము చెప్పాలని నీ పాటలే మేము పాడాలని నీ మాటలే మేము చెప్పాలని నీ పాటలే మేము పాడాలని నీ కోసమే మేము బ్రతకాలని నీ కోసమే మేము బ్రతకాలని నీ పాదముల చెంత మొరలాలని నీ పాదముల చెంత మొరలాలని ఆశీర్వదించు 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 మా సాయి మాలోని అంత తొలగాలని నీ ప్రేమలో నేను మునగాలని మాలోని అంత తొలగాలని నీ ప్రేమలో నేను మునగాలని 10 మందికి పంచిపెట్టాలని 10 మందికి పంచిపెట్టాలని ఆనందమే మేము పొందాలని ఆనందమే మేము పొందాలని
ఆశీర్వదించు 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 మా సాయి ఆశీర్వదించు ప్రేమ తల్లి ఆశీర్వదించు మా కన్న తల్లి ఆశీర్వదించు మా సాయి తల్లి ఆశీర్వదించు మా స్వామి ఆశీర్వదించు ఆశీర్వదించు ఆశీర్వదించు.
Sairam, thank you all for joining us on our journey as we showed you how we're trying to practice his teachings. I think it is safe to say that his universal teachings can be practiced in a multitude of ways depending on our abilities and comfort levels. Our SSC teachers always tell us, not everyone is good at everything, but everyone is good at something. Today, we showed you that all of us can live his message every day, whether that is going out and taking care of animals, or staying home and listening to music, or singing songs. I hope that in the year to come, I remember this and try to do at least one thing every day to make my life his message. Thank you and Sairam.